It's Mrs. Carol. Do you want to, hi, do you want to tell our audience who you are? We'll start with Kate. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kate.
And everyone else in the background there.
Hi, I'm Julia. Oh, I'm Grace. And I'm Maddie.
Great. You guys, you're awesome. Thank you for taking your Saturday night and offering to help us understand Genius Hour a little better. It was 2 years ago when you were in the class, and you participated in the first ever Genius Hour at our school, and I was just wondering if you remembered your projects.
Yeah, I did one with Grace. Me and Maddie did one together about Rhode Island, and why is Rhode Island called an island when it's actually not an island? And it turns out it actually is an island.
And it turns out what?
Yeah, parts of it are an island.
Yeah. Right.
And the next one on my own, I did one about dreams, what they are.
I remember that, and you did a PowerPoint, right? And you shared that with the classroom.
Yeah.
Really interesting things about dreams. And Kate, what was your first one? I remember you did a puzzle.
I did a presentation on the Ford Model T.
Oh, that's right. Right. And what was your inspiration for that, Kate?
Well, my grandfather has 2 Model Ts. So
you want to learn a little bit more about it?
Yeah.
All right. And Maddie, your first one wasn't as successful as you had hoped, right?
No, we couldn't get the GPS to work. It was geocaching. That's a whole
explain what happened with that, because it doesn't always work as smoothly as we hope, right? And there are disappointments along the way. So share just a little bit about what happened.
Well, I had a geocaching GPS, but it didn't work because I didn't have an account on the geocaching.com, and you needed one to get the whole thing to work and know where the different geocaches were. And there was really none in Walpole, so.
Right. But the instrument that we looked at, right, we really worked hard at trying to figure out, you did, and then I tried to help you as well, and that was kind of difficult, right, to figure out what was going on with how to even get it to do whatever it was supposed to do. Did you ever figure out how it worked?
No, I didn't.
No. So can you share with our audience here what you like most about Genius Hour?
Who should go first? Kate? Yeah, Kate. Kate can go.
I like Genius Hour because you really got to do whatever you wanted for that hour, and you got to learn about something you wanted to learn about, and it was just a great opportunity to learn.
Okay. Anything else, girls, you want to add to that?
Well, I liked it because instead of just saying do this, do this, do this, you could explore your own interests instead of having someone else pick them out for you. Yeah. Okay. So you could just do what you wanted to do and not what anybody else wanted to do. We were actually wondering about that Rhode Island thing. It was in a book, and the book didn't give a clear answer on that. And we figured out it was named after the Isle of Rhodes, which is in the Mediterranean, and it partly is an island. There's small islands off of Rhode Island. So
you actually still retain that information, Maddie, which is awesome.
Yeah, I remember that because our flash.
Can you think back when we did the first Genius Hour, and I'm pretty literal, and so when I heard Genius Hour, I think I allotted 1 hour. Do you remember that? It was.
Yeah.
Remember what happened at the end of the hour?
Yeah, none of us were
No
finished.
one was done. No one was done. It was actually a genius 3 hours. It was more of a genius 3 hours and 2 days. Yeah.
I think it was Grace said, I think I needed a genius hour and 45 minutes. So.
Yeah.
And one of the other things, I was really big, I think in the beginning I was worried about, I didn't want you to worry about sharing your projects with anybody. And what do you think about that? Was the sharing worthwhile? Is it something that, made it even better? Is it something that didn't matter either way?
I think it definitely was worthwhile sharing it, because then you could share what you learned with the whole class. Yeah, I liked it because you could figure out you could see what everyone else is interested in, and just because I personally like to share I like to present my stuff just to kind of I mean to brag, kind of show it to everyone and be this is what I did.
Yep.
I like to do that kind of stuff, but
I know, Kate, you made a poster with the Model T, right?
Yeah.
And I think Maddie, with the geocaching, you started a PowerPoint.
yeah, I made a PowerPoint.
Right, you made a PowerPoint, and Grace, you made a PowerPoint. Do you
Yeah.
remember what some of the other kids did? Can you remember back what anyone did?
Volcano. Yeah, I remember Jemai did a volcano.
Someone did a puzzle.
Someone
I mean,
like
like
a domino thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And the maze, someone did a maze. I think that's what
Yeah.
you did, right?
Megan and Maggie did the dry ice. I remember that was really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Oh, that's all right. Who was that? It was Megan and
Maggie.
Oh, Maggie, right. Okay, I was trying to remember. So they were all different kinds of projects. It wasn't, and some people did research on the computer, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So now Julia's sitting there in the background waiting, right? And class, unfortunately, I could go back in time. I'd have you come in my classroom. But do you have any thoughts on Genius Hour, or what? Listening to the girls?
Well, I think it would be pretty cool if I had it in my 4th grade class. Like, I wish I had it.
I think you're in 6th grade now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they giving you opportunities to study things on your own, giving you class time to do that now?
Not yet, just because it's like in the beginning of the year, but I think later on they will.
Oh, good. All right. I hope so.
Only October.
So, I know it's late, and I'm just going to ask you one last question. What advice would you give teachers who are just thinking about trying it out, because they're probably as nervous as I was trying it out? Do you have any advice for them?
I think you should definitely try doing Genius Hour. It's super fun. Big chance to learn about many things. Like, you get to choose what you learn about. That's
what's probably the biggest draw, you think, that being able to choose your own learning?
Yeah.
Do you think it was hard coming up with the questions? Because I think I had you ask a question.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I just thought of something that I kind of always wondered about, because I think everyone has those things that they just wonder about. It's you kind of just pick that and just form it into a question whichever way you can, and make it whatever you want of it.
Right. So just try it, and we had a few bumps along the way, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to stop us, right?
No.
All right. Anything else you want to share before we end?
Just say I was very upset when your class last year didn't do Genius Hour.
I know.
So fun. I think your class this year should definitely do Genius Hour.
I know. They didn't really want to do it. They, and I didn't, it was just kind of a different year, so I didn't really push it, and I probably should have, because you guys, I mean, 2 years later, you're still remembering it. You're willing to come here and talk about it, and I really appreciate that. So, all right. Well, thank you so